Hello, it's Frank Klesitz with Vyral Marketing. You're going to hear from TJ Francisco today, who actually just signed up with Vyral Marketing at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 2024, at the time we're recording this. But the real estate market is down considerably in the number of transactions. I actually logged in last week, and the number, if you annualize the number of transactions or existing home sales, it's below the depths of 2008. So we don't have the financial crisis. People are still apparently paying their mortgages now. But the amount of commission money going through the system is down dramatically. And I'm sure we're going to talk about that here, TJ, and you're seeing that too. So TJ had to make a decision of where he's going to put his cash to get his business going and to get it up and to get more listings. And he decided to hire Vyral. I thought it'd be good to interview him when cash is tight in the industry for most everyone in real estate. Why he put it with us and what his plan is. What is he going to do with us to get listings from his existing list? So that's what you're going to learn today. TJ, thank you.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks for hiring us.
My pleasure, of course.
All right. So tell everyone where you're at.
I'm in southwest Detroit, southwest Michigan, just outside of Detroit in the suburbs here.
Okay. You've been selling real estate for how long?
16 years.
Okay. 2023, what did you end your production at?
2023, we ended the production at 24 closed units. I'm sorry, 74 closed units. I was 74.
Because I was asking, was the buy side or sell side? So 74 total.
Correct.
Home sales.
Yes.
Teams, support staff, just you. Tell us about how that.
Yeah, the structure. So the structure is obviously myself and a full-time admin who doubles as a showing agent, and we also have a buyer's agent that we have with us. So essentially three of us. Me, I do probably 90% of the production, and the others, they step in place when need be.
So it sounds like you're pretty profitable.
For sure.
You're not spending too much money on marketing. But that begs the next question. Why don't you run down your top three lead sources of where that business came from last year for you?
Yeah, so very, very heavily with referrals and repeat customers. So those are very much the top two, as far as like 80% of my business. Now the third is going to go into roughly different things, such as like Dave Ramsey, ELP, Ideal Agent, some other like third parties that we get some referrals from. This, that, and the other, but it's predominantly repeat and referral business.
Okay, so you're about a month in. So come October, November of last year, it's January 2024 right now. You realized you had a problem in your business and you needed to solve. Why did you choose Vyral? Or tell me more about the problem you realized you needed to solve and how Vyral solved it. Tell me about you realized you needed to fix something and how Vyral came to be.
Yeah, I wanted to be top of mind because, again, we are really into our database, and I knew Frank has the answer for that. So I reached out, and I needed to have the answer and be a top of mind. Anyone thought real estate, I wanted to be that guy, that person these people didn't think twice about. So I knew Frank had the answer, and he had the systems down place, and he was, hopefully the key to locking, even a greater springboard into the repeat referral business, which I already do. So to me, it was a perfect fit, I thought, with Frank and Vyral.
Well, TJ, it's 75 deals already coming from your database. It sounds like you're doing a pretty good job already at that. I mean, before Vyral, what were you doing to get marketing wise? What were you doing to get business from your list before us?
Yeah, good old fashioned client events, birthday cards, call, connect, that sort of thing. Social media. I mean, we didn't reinvent the wheel. We just tried to stay top of mind, and what we're doing works. But we wanted to go to another height, and we thought Vyral would be able to help out with that.
Cool. So you really didn't have I guess you did have a touch plan. You're just adding to that touch plan. What put you over the edge to hire us? To write that check.
Well, I have been doing videos, but I wanted to do videos at the next level and more consistently. So, from what I heard from your program, and again, it was just a natural connection because everyone wants to hear a story. They want to be connected to a person, and they, even besides my database, I do pay-per-click, and I wanted to use these videos to also to kind of drip onto these people I'm warming up and eventually will do business with. And again, it was a great connection because I knew, like, if I make two, 3 videos, a month, I can use those videos and use it as like a teaching series or warm up, essentially warming up these people that don't know me personally, that have been listening to me for a certain amount of time. By the time I talk to them, I feel like they would know me much better and feel comfortable doing business with me.
Got it. Yep. Topics. You're talking to customers all the time. You're prospecting, you're on the phone. What do you think the topics, or let me put it this way, what are the questions you're getting right now that if we titled a video with that question that you answer, that's just going to hit the message right now? What are the questions you're hearing all the time from your list?
Number one, is the market going to crash? Number two, are interest rates ever going to come down? Everything's so expensive. And how is inventory? Those are the big 3 things right now that we're working through with buyers and sellers, and those are the questions they're hearing and talking about from news and just what's going on with talking with other friends and such.
Make those your next 3 topics. So I give you the standard topics.
Sure.
So if you go to the website and if you log into the client website, we have the topics that we write for you every single month, right, that you can choose from. But I also love it when we make a custom one, just like literally so simple. But like, what is the most common thing you are always hearing? And if you just title the video that and you make the topic that's what pulls. It's almost like you have to make the topic so stupidly simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Frank, because with my coach that you've given us, we've already put those 3 in the queue. So those are my next 3 videos that we have coming out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Now, for this month, every month now, I do a client training. So there's a client training on Monday. So every month I meet with all the clients. And not only are you going to publish 2 videos a month, answering a commonly asked question out to your whole database of everybody in your Gmail, Outlook, CRM, by email, social media retargeting. Those videos are going to go out, all right, to get people to spend time with you and get to know you and be in front of you, all that good stuff. But there's a third message every month. So your 2 videos every month. But there's a third message every month. Third message every month, which is your lead reactivation or lead generation message. And the one for this month is to find out what your home is worth. Did you get it? I mailed it to you and I emailed it to you. Did you get it?
Yes, I did get it.
Yes. Are you sure?
I have seen the videos that you put it out, so I'm pretty excited to see, how that was going to work out. So
it's done. Yeah. So that email is going to go out to your whole list, and it's going to invite everyone to find out what their home is worth. And they click the link, and it goes back to a landing page, and they'll put their information. And there's going to be some really good leads for you. So by the end of the month, this month, January, you'll have a list of everybody that watched your 2 videos that went out. And then you're also going to have everybody that opted in to the lead generation message for this month who wanted to find out what their home is worth. And the lead generation message for next month that I'm writing for you, which we'll actually cover on Monday on the client call, is to attend your seller workshop. You ready to teach one of those, TJ?
I guess so, Frank.
That's right. That's the right answer.
Yeah, it's either sink or swim, man. You got to get in there and swim around and make it happen, right?
Mm-hmm. So, how do you know this program is going to work for you? So you're going to spend about $7,500 with us this year. How much business for you how much extra commission money do you need to see to come from reasonably, and it's hard because it's your existing list, but how much more commission money do you need to see coming in top line to say viral marketing has been worth it for you by the end of this year?
I'd like to see obviously tenfold, $7,200.
75 grand.
Yeah, let's go, Frank.
That's the number. That's the number we teach. That's the number we want to see. What's your average? What's your seller commission there?
Our price point here is right around 300,000. So we're a little bit lower than a lot of the country, but it's right around 300,000.
Still affordable homes there.
There is considerably, yes.
Were there any interviews that you watched with me, or is there anything that I've put out or material I put out in the past that really resonated with you, that really helped you rethink or how you approach your business to make more money?
Yeah, I just saw that you were thinking and doing things differently than a lot of other so-called coaches or marketers. Frank, I've been watching you since like the Real Geeks days. So I mean, we're talking like I don't know what is that 7, 8 years. So as and that's the thing for me. As I mentioned, I've been watching you for so long. By the time it was time to make the decision, it was easy because I've been listening and talking to you, or not talking to you, but listening to you talk and talk with other people. That I felt like I've already known you, I've already trusted you. So
Isn't that cool?
yeah, I wanted the same connection. I wanted to be Frank. So
Because we never met in person. Have we met in person?
no, we have not
We have not met in person.
not yet.
Yeah, and I remember I first talked to you. I was like, "Oh, you're in San Francisco." He's like, "No, I just have a San Francisco flag behind me, and my last name Francisco. It happens all the time."
Right.
So isn't it interesting how you can get to know someone through video? And that's the exact, yeah, it's the exact same thing I want to happen to you when you send this stuff out to your list, where it's like, I hired you and I paid you full commission because I just been getting your videos, and every now and then I watch them, and every time I interact with you, your character and behavior is relatively consistent, so I can trust you.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
What else are you working on this year? So obviously you're going to get viral marketing going on, and for any of those of you watching, you can go to our website, click pricing. You'll see what we're doing for his build fee. You can see what we're doing for the monthly, and you can watch my weekly classes where I actually take 3 clients through and work with them every single week. The class is up on the website, and you could download the official video marketing plan that we implement for you on the homepage of our website, so you can see what Francisco is going to do to put up what I call a 36 touch in place for his whole database, so he makes more money this year and gets more leads and doesn't necessarily have to just rely entirely on one-to-one prospecting to find someone, which is where you start. What else are you working? Give me one other thing besides Vyral this year and getting that going on and making sure you maximize the marketing from your list. What's one other thing that you're doing that maybe has nothing to do with Vyral that you're going to?
I'll tell you too, but it is going to deal with Vyral because I think Vyral is such a big deal right now for me. Is I made my VIP list or my wedding list, however you want to call it, right?
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I have 100.
Your mailing list.
Yeah, yep. I have I think it's 189 people who have either referred me out or have done multiple transactions with me. And we're doing I'm going to do bi-monthly letters, like personal letters from the heart, or however you want to call them. So we're starting to implement that. They're going out Monday. So we have that going on. And I'm really stoked, really excited to start the whole prospecting of areas, zip codes to try to find sellers. I think that's where the real gold is. And that is kicking off here very shortly. So we're just trying to implement. Like I said, we just started. We're trying to put everything in order, make it right, and seeing where this takes us due to Frank's suggestions and encouragement.
It's interesting. So the fact that you did 75 deals just by being yourself with all your relationships is pretty remarkable. That's a lot of deals, man, without having to blow all this money on marketing on cold leads to do it. And not everyone takes that very seriously with Vyral, where I'm like, okay, look, give me all your email addresses, right? But I'm also like, look, and you've heard these in these trainings, like you need to build like your really, really good list of your best peeps and make sure they get something physically in the mail from you, because you can't rely on email and social media to make sure they see it. You can't. No, not one bit. And very few people do that, because I'm like, look, the only way, I don't have that list. You have to sit down and go one by one and build it. But that wasn't a new message for you. That resonated with you, did it? Because that's how you built your business, by having those deep relationships. I want anyone who, no, it's okay. Anyone has actually made it this far through in this interview and is actually watching this is to pay attention to that, where for 16 years with all the shiny objects, TJ is profitable. He's selling houses. They're coming from his key relationships. He's not spending too much money on marketing. It was very easy for him to make a mailing list because he was always grounded on the importance of those key relationships in a business. And he never got removed from that. I just learned that. It's an insight I'm having myself, and I want to share it.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do too, obviously we made some really good relationships, but we wanted to go from one to many and start more of a marketing type plan, because we've already built, fairly good relationships, and, people have trusted us and came back. But I want to get bigger and cast a broader net. And I think that's where Frank is key. He's going to help me do that. So
yeah, and you did it right. You're following the order of hierarchy of needs of you're bringing us in at the right time to add gasoline to what you've already built. Okay, so the mail part of the Vyral program was the second thing you're really focused on. And then really briefly, let me just touch on it. We'll wrap it up. Like you want to break into other zip codes. All right. Um, do you know the zip codes that you want to go into?
Absolutely. I'm ready to rock. We just got to implement, put it together.
Do you know the turnover rates of how many homes that sold in the past 12 months divided by how many single family homes there are in that zip code?
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it top of mind 'cause it caught me a little off guard, but it is what I did was I looked in my county, and then I picked out the area that has, like as you mentioned, the highest turnover, the highest the highest price per square footage. So it's a good price range. So our normal around here, like I said, is 3. Like there, you're elevated into the 4 and 5s, but it's a great turnover, and it's like anyway, it's a newer area for families, so it's a nice turnover. So we're launching into that here within the next few weeks too.
So when you go into that market, you want to have a reason for people to respond. And the number one reason when you go knock on the door or you make the phone call or you send a letter, whatever it is, whatever media you want to use, is going to be, hey, I might have a buyer for your house. Would you be open to accepting an offer on your home? Are you thinking about selling it? I might be able to give you a couple off-market offers before you have to go through some of the hassle of typically selling it. Would you be open to that conversation? That's kind of one message. And you really actually have to have some buyers that want to buy there, which it sounds like you might. Okay. The second message is, hey, I'm doing this workshop, this seller workshop of everything you want to sell your home for homeowners in this area. I'm going to go through how to prepare your home for sale, what to do with open houses, what all your options are, et cetera, et cetera. Would you like a free ticket? Would you like to attend? That's another option. How do you plan on getting in front of those people in those zip codes?
Direct mail.
Good. Love that answer. You know me.
Hopefully some retargeting ads too.
What's the message?
As just I'm going off your instruction, Franks. This is all pretty new to me, so I'm gonna almost copy paste, add a little twist to it, and send it around and see what happens.
Think about those two. I think you should go into them with a message that would they be open to entertaining an offer from some VIP buyers that you're working with that want to buy there? And you really need to have them. You have the buyer's agency agreement signed and they're pre-approved. Okay. Or inviting them to a seller workshop. So when you're ready for that, give me a shout and I can help you craft that message.
Yeah. And I just got to say too, with Frank, I've heard him say all that, and then I actually did, in fact, reach out, and Frank does actually call you back, which was I was a little. He might be on his treadmill.
It's funny. I didn't even know you were a customer. Well, it's interesting because you emailed me and I called you because you asked me an intelligent question. And I wanted to give you an intelligent response, which would take me way too long to write. And I was like, yeah, you should sign up for Vyral. He's like, I already signed up. I'm like, oh, cool. So look at that. Yeah. So, all right, TJ, I won't take any more of your time. I just wanted to interview you for being a new customer.
For sure.
Congratulations as your success as an agent. And if anybody watched this, my promise to you is like, what is TJ going to do to get business from his existing database more from it? Hopefully kind of gave you an answer here in the context of you studying the Vyral marketing website and what he bought. That's it. TJ, thank you for your time today.
Thanks as always, Frank. You're doing awesome, man. Appreciate it.